it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out.
Okay, 6 days later from the last session, last quad session anyway, that one was 6 plates on this hack squat for 10 constant reps, and then I think I got a few afterwards. This time, yeah, like I said, 6 days later, 6.5 plates, and I think I get 9 constant reps. Now I think I crank out 3 or 4 at the end after, so really fucking good session. So let's get into it. I'm really pleased with the progress here. So yeah, this is me warming up and just getting ready. Apparently I'm into some light bondage now, so I need to fucking slap my quads just to get started, but we'll just gloss over that. So yeah, here we go, getting into it. Notice the control, not bouncing out of the hole despite the extra weight, controlled all the way down and powerful on the way up. And like I said, I don't lock my legs out like on purpose because I find it absolutely canes my quads. And the thing is, if you're locking out your legs, you know, after 2, 3, 4 reps, having a breather, doing another couple, having a breather, doing another couple, it's too heavy for you. So I think I get 9 here on the bounce. Then yeah, take a little break here, go again for the 10th. Yeah, it's a bit of a slower rep there. Couple of deep breaths here. Crank out another. Small wheel. That's 11 or 12 now. Another one. It's getting a little bit slow. I think I've got 1 left in the tank here and that's it. But this is what I'm talking about. This is the progress you need to hit every week. Like, and don't get me wrong, like I used to do silly things when I was younger. Like I would have done, you know, say like the last session was 6 plates, you know, for 10 reps. You know, old Phil probably would have done 7 plates, but then, you know, struggled to get, you know, 6 or 7 constant reps. So it's just about sticking to your short-term goals. Like don't jump things up too much and lose the form or anything like that. Especially for me, for example, like on muscle groups that I really need to work on, like form has to be super controlled. Like with my chest, I can pretty much do any rep range and it's going to grow, to be honest. So yeah, like just keep it strict. There's always going to be a little slip in form, and you know, as you can see, once I'm done with the constant reps, I crank out singles and doubles just to get those extra ones. But it's always about pushing the envelope, that little bit of progress to get you a bit further. So use the little weights, the 1.25s, the 2.5s, all those sort of things. Like any sort of progress, you're going in the right direction. So yeah, let's have a little look at the second set now, the drop down one. No doubt I'll be fucking slapping my legs again for some reason. Bet people think that's right weird in the gym. I just didn't even notice myself. Okay, apparently I'm giving him a little wobble instead, a little massage. Great. Anyway, right, let's get into it. Clearly this must help. Yeah, so last week I did 4 plates, and this week again another 10 kilos has gone on there, so 4.5 plates. And I think I crank out, I can't remember, what's that, 5, 6? I mean, I get into the double figures here. As you can see, it's much more, I think I do 13 on the bounce here, but it is absolutely horrendous this, because I mean, I would personally take the heavier weight for lower reps than a lighter weight and do this. It's just awful, like the burn in your quads. I think you'll hear me in a second. Yeah. Yeah, like, absolutely ruined me that. I needed a good few seconds to breathe and then to crank out a few more because my legs were just absolutely blown up from this set. But yeah, really good one nonetheless. And that's that done. But what you'll see at the end here is the same thing that I do at the end of my other workouts. Like once I've had a couple of deep breaths out of my mouth, like, because obviously once you finish the set like that, you're fucked. Try and what am I trying to say here? Try and recover your breathing. So instead of just blowing out your mouth like until you recover it, actively try to breathe, take long deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Like, I know that sounds really obvious, but it's really helped me in terms of recovery in between sets. And yeah, you'll see it on the end of the first set and on the second one. And I pretty much do this at the end of every single set I do. And it's just about, yeah, like I said, recovering and not relaxing per se, but yeah, just regaining control. regaining control of your breathing, helping your body to recover, in through nose, out through mouth, not nice, long, deep breaths, and it really helps. But yeah, that's all I had for legs at the moment. So a good session, weights have gone up, reps have gone up, or if reps are pretty much the same, you know, the weight has gone up, and 10 kilos is no joke. So yeah, I should be back up to those 8 plates. Well, hoping to get back up to sort of 7 or 8 plates with around 9 or 10 constant reps, which I find that's what really works for me. But I will say this, on legs I definitely need the reps, but something that I've realised is that when I used to train and when I used to be benching 200 kilos, like bent over rowing 180, 220, all that sort of stuff, like super strong, like although we did 3 sets of everything, the first 2 sets were really heavy. So say for example we do bench, say for example we do 160 kilos for bench, and I would know 2 or 3 reps in that whether that weight was too light or too heavy for me, and ultimately usually it was too light. So I'd stop a couple of reps, you know, I'd do 2 or 3 reps, weight, add a little bit of weight, go again, and like get me, so I know what would get me in that sort of 6 to 8 rep range. And then with this back off sets that I'm doing here, I mean they're good, but I think that 15 to 20 rep range isn't doing a whole load for me. And I think what used to work for me was doing like I did the bench there, so 6 to 8 reps on the first set, and then say for example that first set was 170 kilos, come down and do 150 kilos for another 6, 7, 8, 9 reps, and that's it, rather than sort of 15 to 20, because I get more growth out of that. I feel like my body responds better. And once you've done 2 hard heavy sets, because you know 20 kilos is not a big drop, like 170 to 150, you know, especially when you've gone to failure, then done negatives on the first set. And yeah, I actually have reverted back to that for the last couple of sessions now. So I've done back, hamstrings, and now shoulders as of today, which I filmed as well. So that'll be going up in the next couple of days as well. But yeah, so say for example shoulders today, like 10 reps on 105 kilos or whatever it was. The second set, I usually would have dropped it down to something like 80 kilos and cranked out 15, maybe 20 reps. But instead I dropped it down to, I think it was 90 or 95. So only a 10 or 15 kilo drop. But again, it stuck me in that 10 rep rate, that 10 rep range. And yeah, it just feels better. I feel like it's doing more for me, like in terms of hypertrophy, muscle growth, however you want to like name it. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing from here on in. Still get the constant reps. I still don't, apart from chest, I still don't want to be doing anything for just like 6 reps sort of thing. I'll still be getting that sort of 8 to 10 rep range. But yeah, definitely that second set is going to be less like 15 to 20 and more like, you know, sort of 10 to 12 rep range. So yeah, we're going to see how that goes, and also up my calories a bit. I need to start getting an extra meal in, probably pre-bed. Like when I was competing and dieting, I'd have a 3 or 4 egg omelette before bed. You know, protein, fat, 0 carb, perfect before you go to bed. And I mean, eggs are fucking lovely if you do them right. So yeah, got to up my calories now. Body weight seems to be going up. I seem to be teetering just under the 120 kilo mark, but all my lifts are progressing, and it's feeling a lot better doing this second set of around 10 reps, but the heavier weight and the less of a drop in weight. So yeah, watch this space. I think there'll be some good numbers coming out of me soon as this progresses and I add more food and the training adapts slightly. But I mean, that's just something to remember for yourself as well. Like, don't follow blindly like what you see on the internet, what someone has told you, or like what the biggest dude in the gym is doing. Like it's all individual. Like you see Jordan Peters talking about it all the time. It's, you know, one size doesn't fit all with bodybuilding. Like what works, say, for my chest, which is like I've done barbell my whole life. I could probably count on 2 hands how many times I've done dumbbell chest press. Like I don't get on with it that well. Like yeah, sure, it'd probably grow my chest, but barbell is unbelievable, love it. But other people, you know, they get injured doing it, they don't get the connection with it, and that's absolutely fine. Like there's a million ways to skin a cat. You've just got to find what works for you. So play around with it. Trial and error is your friend with bodybuilding. You know, try different rep ranges, but don't try something different every week, because how on earth are you going to know what's happening, or like, you know, what's eliciting the best results? So try something for a good few months. Like, keep track of your body weight, make sure your calories and everything are you know, consistent, like day in, day out. Because if your meals or calories or whatever you want to look at it is like that, you know, one day you're 3,000 and next day you're 2,000, you know, you need to be more consistent. Bodybuilding isn't for you. You need to get on it and work towards it. Like, you can't, you can't. I mean, some people that are genetically gifted will probably get away with that, but yeah, consistency is king with bodybuilding. It is a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week hobby, job, you know, whatever you want to call it. So try something for a good few months and really give it your all as well. You know, if you're going to try 4 sets of 20 reps, I mean, personally, I wouldn't recommend it. I'd probably be in hospital with that sort of volume. No fucking way. But, you know, if that's something you want to try, then track it. Like I said, track your calories, track your training, keep a training log and see how you get on. But also remember to look at your recovery. Like, this is something that I neglected for years, probably only until this last year, maybe a little bit more, that I've actually looked at it and thought, well, why am I so fucking tired all the time and all this sort of stuff? So yeah, look at all facets of your progress. See what's working, see what's not working, tweak it, change it, and take a critical mind to it. Don't just think, oh yeah, that guy's doing it, he's big, I'll do the same. Like, do what works for you. I cannot stress enough how important that is. That's pretty much it for today. So, like I said, back, hamstrings, and shoulders will be going up soon. So, yeah, that's it. Cheers, guys.
Rack it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, shake it up.